past couple of months, put everything together for this event. Here, we are in a new venue, so some things are definitely going to be different. We hope you feel that after 3 years, we're back home and we're picking up right where we left off. Woo! And I do want to say thank you to the committee for all their hard work and helping pull it together. And while I mention them, please stand up and give a wave and just let everybody know who you are. So first, I want to introduce Dave Nunes. He's in charge of the vendors room and the G-Bands helping the event.
I have to have a microphone. Welcome back. In 2019, I was able to do something very special, unique at meetings of the open ceremonies. Akira Takarada gave away a guide that was donated by one of our members of Empire Robots. Well, I've had a lot of time to plan this. Just a little bit. So, I have not one, but 2 things to give away. So what I need is a little help from everybody. First off, how many 10-year-old boys and girls are in this audience, and this is their first convention? Please stand up. Not you, Matthew. 10 years old. Yes. Boy and girl. 1, 2. Over there.
Right here.
One of our guests is now going to hand you what I call an Ultraman gift pack that was donated to me for G-Fans helping G-Fans. So silly. Congratulations. As Clayton has mentioned, this is a new venue. And people know that we've been coming to the convention for several years, that I also do a raffle for a 2-night stay that's paid by a hosting hotel. Years past, it was the Crown. This year, it's the Hyatt. Well, the Crown also got in on the act, so I will be offering a 2-night stay raffle for either the Crown or the Hyatt. So what it'll do is pay for either today, this weekend, to a year from now. But I now have a question. How many people here are local? Okay. Would you please stand? Of you locals, which one is your very first time?
Oh boy.
What I have, and Tobai is going to present this to you. The Hyatt is also donated a 1-night stay to be used in 1 year's time. No, you're not going to have to pay a raffle ticket for it. So, would you please pick one person? Okay, I have said enough for tonight. I will get to do some talking tomorrow when we do our raffle pulls up here. But again, thank you, each and every one of you, for supporting this incredible convention.
And thank you to him for putting together another great schedule of presentations. Next, I want to thank Paul Gabbins for being the master of Dojo Studios and organizing the costume parade.
Well, where have you all been for 3 years?
At home! COVID!
So I get the pleasure today of saying for the first time in even more years than that, who wants to run in a monster movie? Okay, so tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. at the front door at the Circle, the main entrance, please assemble. And if you can, wear plain clothes, not clearly convention gear if you have it. We're actually going to be doing sort of a remixed take on a running scene, and we would like also for about 15 people who might like to spend up to a half an hour with us, just with some coordinated running, rather than just a bunch of people trying not to step on each other. So that will be 9:30 tomorrow at the front door. Also, we have, for tomorrow, 12 front row seats in the dojo room right in front of the special effects stage. Starting at 11 a.m., they will be first come, first served. You can sit right there, watch people in suits, sparring, fake explosions, all of that kind of stuff. So, 12 seats, no standing, you must be seated. There's going to be a lot going on, but you'll get to see every bit of it. Last thing, I'd like to sponsor, or thank our sponsors of the costuming contest. Specifically, Beast of the East Toys, Tempting Toys, and I would like to say, since we've got Saturday and Sunday ahead of us, please support them generously for making this fun for all of us. Most of all, have fun. It's been a while.
Unfortunately, Stan is unable to be present this year, and we're keeping Stan and his wife Katie very close in our thoughts. I want to say thank you to John Brinley for stepping up and pulling it together and keeping the show rolling there for sure. The best it can be for everyone. There are Michael and Carol McCanns who organize and run the video game. And we have Steve who sets up the art display and manages the GFAN website all year long. Who creates and MCs the G-Party games every year. Runs a registration desk from start to finish. Like, I does not leave there ever. Snowden, who organizes and runs the photo scavenger hunts, and the wonderful Andy Steele, who runs the AV here in volunteers who carry out the smaller but very important roles that help the convention run smoothly. Give them up for the volunteers. cameras, and some we've even met here at G-Fest. Unfortunately, this past year we lost somebody who had come to hold a very special place in our hearts. After his first visit to G-Fest in 2010, Akira Takarada basically took us all under his wing and became the godfather of G-Fest. We got to know him better and better during his 3 subsequent visits, and also on our G-tours. It's safe to say that nobody has taken a greater interest or done more for G-fans than Takarada-san, and while he passed on in March of this year, we truly lost our best friend. His son Tetsuya and his wife Maki are here with us now. Could we please show them all our thanks for everything they've done? Kid Peel to step up here and make some introductions.
Well, no one could follow Takarada-san, but yet here I am doing that. In JD's absence, he gave me the great honor to come up here kind of as a fan and a representative of all of us to introduce our special guests this evening. Our first one, when I think of her, we all got into this genre because of the monsters. But as we get older, and sometimes as you watch these films more and more, the human element can be just as compelling. And in Terror Mechagodzilla, Mechagojira no Gyakushu, she played a role that was very compelling as this conflicted cyborg that was dealing with her father, was dealing with a love interest, and it was something that, as that film marked an end of an era, was very memorable. I know it's one of JD's favorites, and it's certainly one of all of our favorites of the character of Katsura Mifune. This guest also had a genre credit in Ultraman Leo, which was the Ultraman series that played in 74 to 75. She debuted in episode 17 of that, but then had in the latter part of the series a regular role as Haruko Matsuki. Also, she appeared here at G-Fest in 2014, so she is coming back, and at that time she actually appeared alongside her Terror Mechagodzilla co-star, Katsuhiko Sasaki, who had played Ichinose in the film. So it was very special to see them reunited together at that time. She also joined the third G-Tour, G-Tour 3, in 2015 in a Tokyo Bay dinner cruise. And at that time, she was joined by Akira Takarada, director Masaki Tezuka, and actress Yukiko Kobayashi. And they had a great evening there in Japan. So she's been a great friend to G-Fan, to G-Tour, and of course to us here at G-Fest. I'm very proud and happy to introduce Miss Tomoko Ai. And anything you'd like to say to G-Fest and the G-Fans, please.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tomoko Ai. ここまで。皆さんこんばんは、愛ともこです。このエキサイティングな素晴らしい、楽しいイベントに、もう今回2度目なんですけど、呼んでいただいて、もう本当に感謝してます。で、今回も3日間ですけど、皆様と一緒に最後まで楽しんで、めちゃくちゃ楽しんで帰りたいと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
So this is her second time at G-Fest, and she is so very excited to be here for this incredibly exciting, fun, memorable event, and she's so incredibly thankful and honored to spend these 3 days with us, and she hopes to enjoy it as much as possible.
Thank you.
Well, our next guest, there's a trope in a lot of these monster films, especially the ones from the 70s, of the child character. And this gentleman was able to appear twice as that type of role in a very short but memorable career as a child actor in the 70s. The first role was Ken Yano, the child in Godzilla vs. Hedorah. And he also... versus Megalon. But that wasn't all. He also had other genre credits. He was in The Return of Ultraman, he was in Mirror Man, and he was in an episode of even Toho's Zone Fighter. So very prolific. And for me, this is one of the things almost as exciting as Godzilla. He actually debuted under the director Akira Kurosawa in the film in 1970, Dos Gaden. I can never quite say that little sound right, but it's a great film if you ever have a chance to see it, and so not many people can say that he actually worked under Akira Kurosawa. Well, he probably did a wise thing and went on to lead a normal life, and no longer acted after he was in grade 5. And he is now a pilot for Japan Airlines. And this is his first time with us here, so it is my great honor to introduce Mr. Hiroyuki Kawase. Like to say, please do.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hiroyuki Kawase, and this is the first time to join this G-Fest, and I'm very happy to be here. Back to Peyton, please.
Thank you, Skip. Okay, and then we do have to mention Don Fry was scheduled to be us this year as well. Unfortunately, he had an injury that left him unable to come, even though he really, really wanted to. So I just please send all your positive vibes to Don for his recovery. And I realized that when I said he made the video. I have to thank Jeff Warren for organizing the film festival, the in-house He gave me my pump-up speech to do this speech, so that's my bad. Okay, and then another video from Jeff, a huge contributor to this situation, featuring the work of the special guests, including Don Fry, as well as the remembrance of G people we've lost since our last gathering. Thank you, Jeff, again. coming up in this room, so definitely don't leave. Radioactive Karaoke with Greg Cardano is coming right up. Plus, we are showing a few trailers while we do the switch over. They're for Bloodspawn, Kaiju, and The Lake. But it has been requested that you please do not record these trailers if that's okay for you guys. Thank you again, everybody, and enjoy your weekend. So happy